My name is Kelly Head, and I did my service learning project with the Bourbon County Middle School cheerleading, the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade squad. I did this under their coach, Ashley Yazel, who was also my coach in middle school, so it's kind of neat. I got to kind of go back in time for a little bit. I cheered in this exact gym, and so it was really neat for me to reflect back on when I was a cheerleader and the differences in cheerleading now, and just but yet how I remember feeling and acting like some of the girls were, and so that was really neat for me. Like I said, I cheered through middle school, so I could actually help the girls, which I feel like made them have a connection for me or to me. Like in this picture, I was teaching them a cheer that I did in middle school. And so I had to be refreshed on it, but once Yazel refreshed me on it, I kind of knew what I was doing. And so it was neat to watch the girls kind of look at me differently, because before it was like, oh, this is just, somebody in our gym. We have visitors all the time, whatever. And then it was like, hey, wait a minute. She did cheer. She knows what she's talking about, and so it was neat to see them then start opening up to me, and they had a connection to me, and they would be like, oh, hey, did you do this cheer? Or did you do this cheer? And what was your competition routine like? And so stuff like that. And it was really neat for me to see them just become more comfortable with me after they realized that I could help them. Probably my favorite thing that I learned during this was to see the different maturity levels between each group of girls. Like the 6th grade girls are still kind of childlike and they need a lot of attention. Like, their coach, who's pictured here with me, would have to stand right beside them and watch them and, say, okay, do this now. Okay, now do this. Okay, now do this. Versus the 8th grade girls, she could kind of send off on her own, on their own, and, let them do what they want or what they needed to do, and they would do it. And then the 7th grade girls, it depended on the girl almost. Like, some of the 7th grade girls needed somebody to stand there and be like, okay, what are you supposed to be doing now? While some of the 7th grade girls would do what they were supposed to be doing and, kind of like tell the other girls, hey, we're supposed to be doing this now, not that. And so it was kind of neat to see how in 7th grade they really kind of are caught between being a child still and, needing constant supervision to wanting to be independent and do it on their own. So it was really neat for me to see that. And then it gave me insight to, the differences that they're going to have in my classroom as well. Some of my students are going to be really mature and want to do things on their own, and some are going to need constant supervision and constant feedback, just like these girls did. We all do observation hours in the classroom, and I felt like it was really neat to be able to see these girls work outside of the classroom, because when we're in the classroom, they're sitting at their desks, they're doing their work, or, they're talking to their teacher, stuff like that. So you don't really get to see a whole lot of their personalities or how they interact with peers outside of school. And this gave me an opportunity to do that and see how the girls acted outside of school. Like there was one scenario when the football team came walking through the gym, and the 6th grade girls are giggling and laughing and blushing, and everybody's like, oh hey, da da da, there's your girlfriend and or your boyfriend, and oh hey, blah, there's your boyfriend, and they were just laughing and having a good time with it. And then the 8th grade girls were just like, oh, whatever, big deal, the football team's here, can we move on, can we? And they tried to act like they didn't care. And then the 7th grade girls again were just kind of caught in between. They didn't really know what they were supposed to do or how they should act, and some of them were trying to act like the 8th grade girls, like they didn't care, and some of them were blushing and laughing at them, and and it was really neat to see just how they interacted, just because there was a group of guys walking through the gym. Overall, I think it's really neat to be able to do observation hours outside of the classroom, because I think it gives you the insight to this age group that we're going to be teaching without them sitting at a desk. And so you get to see how they think outside of school and how they interact with people outside of school. And, I just thought that was really neat to be able to see these things and know what these girls are, doing and going through outside of just being in a classroom.